You like Chinese?
The food?
Yeah.
Panda Express is the largest Asian food chain in America. So how did it get to the top? Here are 10 untold truths why Panda Express is so successful. Family-owned.
Down through the generations.
Some of the most successful businesses are family-owned businesses, and Panda Express is one of these. Andrew Chung met his future wife, Peggy, at Baker University in Kansas. Both had emigrated from communist China to America in the 1960s in search of better lives, and most people would agree that they found it.
Jackpot!
After graduation, the couple moved to Los Angeles to follow their dreams. Andrew's first job in LA was helping his cousin run a restaurant, but the two men disagreed on many things. Eventually, Andrew grew frustrated and decided to strike out on his own with an idea he had for his own restaurant. In 1973, Andrew and his father opened Panda Inn in Pasadena. The first restaurant location with the name Panda Express was open in the Glendale Galleria, which is a popular mall in the Los Angeles area. This modest start has grown into more than 2,000 Panda Express locations spread around the world. The Chungs have worked hard to keep Panda Express a family business, and their daughter works in a key position as the chain's chief marketing officer. Unlike many fast food chains, the family hasn't franchised the business. It's nice to know they still run the company themselves, which probably has something to do with why Panda Express is so successful. Authenticity.
Thought it would be fun to use Garibaldi's ultra-authentic recipe.
Authentic cuisine is always coveted when it comes to food, but the definition of authentic can be a little tricky. Does Panda Express cook authentic Chinese food? Maybe, but this restaurant chain touts itself as offering its customers Chinese-American cuisine. So what exactly is authentic Chinese-American cuisine? It really doesn't matter if the food served by Panda Express meets some arbitrary definition of authentic cuisine.
Same, but different. But still same.
No one can argue with the fact that a lot of people love what Panda Express has been serving since the 1970s, so the argument about authenticity is pretty much irrelevant at this point. Part of what makes America great is the willingness to embrace parts of other cultures. Americans have definitely embraced Chinese food, and the fact that Panda Express has adapted it to appeal to American tastes shouldn't bother anyone. The fast food chain's cuisine is authentically Chinese-American, and this American take on Chinese food is what makes Panda Express special. The question of authenticity is overblown because the important thing is that people like the Kung Pao chicken and a lot of the other dishes served up at Panda Express. High class.
Sounds sweet.
Panda Express has been a popular fast food chain for decades, and it has a pleasant atmosphere that allows customers to enjoy their meal in comfortable surroundings. However, most people would not describe Panda Express locations as high class or upscale. The original Chinese-American restaurant opened by Andrew Chung and his father Ming Sai Chung was actually pretty fancy by comparison. The father and son team opened a place called Panda Inn in 1973, and they worked hard to create a high-class atmosphere, even though they were operating on a shoestring budget. Although they could only afford a modest space for their first restaurant, they quickly transformed it into an upscale establishment that attracted customers right away. Unfortunately, the original Chinese-American restaurant they opened was so small it would quickly fill up.
Jeez, look at this line.
Yeah, no kidding, and it's not moving.
Mr. Chung realized he needed to keep would-be customers from leaving before they could be seated, so he tempted them to wait outside for the next available table with offers of free cocktails. Right from the start, the Chungs showed a willingness to go the extra mile for their customers. The Killers wrote a song.
Santiago loves Cantaloupe Time. We wrote a song about it. Cantaloupe.
Just about everyone would rather have free chicken than pay for it, but the band The Killers made their case to get free chicken for life from one of their favorite fast food chains, Panda Express. The back and forth between the musicians and the fast food chain began when the band named one of its songs Smile Like You Mean It after they found the phrase written on a slip inside a fortune cookie they bought at a Panda Express. The Killers took their case public, joking on Twitter that they felt like they had earned free orange chicken for life life from Panda Express for their musical efforts.
Yeah, that's what you wish, Steve.
Although Panda Express probably welcomed the publicity generated on social media by the band, the fast food chain decided not to provide the hungry bandmates with any free food. However, Panda Express did come through with a generous donation to the band's favorite charity. This fun but important interaction with the Killers demonstrated the fast food chain's prominent place in American popular culture. Even if the chain will never be as well known as a behemoth chain like McDonald's, it has carved out a place for itself with fans all over.
Show your support by hitting that like button. We do appreciate it. Now, let's keep going.
The show goes on!
Innovation Kitchen.
Challenge accepted.
Even though the Panda Express chain has been more successful than the Churns could ever have imagined when they opened their first restaurant in the 1970s, the family has refused to sit back and rest on its laurels.
It's always wanting more. More! More!
One example of this is their less well-known take on the Chinese-American restaurant they call Innovation Kitchen. The one and only location was opened in 2019 in Pasadena, California. The experimental restaurant was met with mostly positive reviews by customers and industry insiders alike. This unique restaurant is described by Panda Express as a tool the chain can use to experiment with new recipes, new ways of offering services, and even for testing some ideas that eventually might find their way into stores. In a word, Innovation Kitchen is a test outlet for fast food innovation, and it seems to have worked out pretty well for Panda Express. This alternative take on the familiar quick-service Chinese-American restaurant offers many of the Panda Express favorites customers expect, such as orange chicken, broccoli and beef, and lo mein. Businesses like Panda Express are always looking to improve the way they do things, so they can try to stay one step ahead of the competition. Innovation Kitchen helps the franchise compete more effectively and is one of the reasons why Panda Express is so successful. Values employees.
Your work is appreciated. Eat some corn.
The relationship between employers and employees can be a complicated one for both sides, but generally, both groups want to be part of a positive experience. No job is perfect, and the work can be a challenging and sometimes a downright unpleasant endeavor. The founder of Panda Express, Andrew Chung, has given interviews where he has talked about the importance of treating the people who work at Panda Express as valued members of a team. Beyond the obvious reason that treating people well is the decent thing to do, Mr. Chung has always been convinced that his employees will do a better job for Panda Express if they feel valued and respected by the people they work for.
Indeed.
Other employers would do well to heed the insights Mr. Chung has expressed about the employer-employee relationship. He also made the point that employers have to be able to hire good workers, or at least people that are right for the particular job they're being hired to do. With these factors in place, customers win because they will be treated better and will want to return to Panda Express. Fortune cookies.
Hey, it's my lucky day.
Your luck just ran out!
For many people, enjoying a fortune cookie or two is an important part of eating at a Chinese restaurant in America. However, Americans might be surprised to learn that these little vanilla-flavored cookies, with sayings and observations printed on tiny slips of paper, probably originated in 19th century Japan.
What did you say?
In the 1870s, bakeries in Kyoto, Japan were making little folded cookies with a fortune placed inside. The Japanese called them fortune crackers, and the key ingredients were sesame and miso instead of sugar and butter. These fortune crackers probably arrived in Hawaii and California in the 1880s with the arrival of Japanese immigrants. Soon, Japanese restaurants in San Francisco and Los Angeles were both serving versions of fortune crackers, but some were using sugar, butter, and vanilla instead of the traditional Japanese ingredients. American tastes started to shift in the early 20th century as other foreign foods were becoming more available. Both Japanese and Chinese immigrants responded to this shift the best they could by opening Chinese-American restaurants, and some of them served fortune crackers renamed fortune cookies. The name change came about because some restaurant owners decided to serve the little treat at the end of the meal as a dessert. Panda Express gives more than 280 million fortune cookies to its customers every year, and the little cookies with a little piece of wisdom inside is a big reason why Panda Express is so successful. Technology.
Today's technology is beyond me.
Yeah, so lifelike.
Yeah.
Businesses are often the first to adopt emerging technologies because they're seen as ways to help increase efficiency as well as increase profits.
Money, 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 money.
Peggy Churn, who co-founded the Panda Express fast food chain with her husband Andrew, earned degrees in mathematics, computer science, and engineering. Mrs. Churn was well suited to introduce the latest technologies into their growing fast food chain. For example, she pushed for portable computers to be put in every Panda Express location to help facilitate ordering and other tasks. This early adoption of critical information technology keeps Panda Express on the cutting edge. The fast food industry in recent years has increasingly moved toward using the latest technology to address challenges such as cost cutting. One of the ways chains have done this is to start using robots in the kitchen. Robots that can flip hamburgers, make french fries, or whip up a batch of lo mein faster and cheaper than humans will save fast food chains a tremendous amount of money in the long run. Using computers to handle critical but mundane tasks like tracking inventory has become standard procedure in the business world today. But Peggy Churn was one of the first to embrace computers in the fast food industry. Computer technology and increasingly artificial intelligence will play a bigger and bigger role in how businesses like Panda Express operate in the future. Orange chicken.
Maybe I'll get you some little orange chicken.
Oh, yes, sounds wonderful.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Even if you don't consider yourself much of a fan of Chinese food, you might want to reconsider and give the orange chicken at Panda Express a try.
Just a taste. Chicken, chicken, chicken.
The fast food chain's version of orange chicken made its debut in 1987, and the uniquely sweet and savory dish was immediately a big hit with customers. Andy Cao, the former executive at Panda Express, came up with the winning recipe, which originally included bone-in chicken. However, a lot of people prefer boneless chicken, so boneless chunks of chicken became the standard at Panda Express. Orange chicken continues to be a top seller at Panda Express, and customers eat about 70 million pounds of this delicious dish every year. It's so popular, in fact, that as many as 50% of customers order orange chicken as at least part of their meal. The exact recipe is kept a secret by the fast food chain, but the chicken dish definitely contains a range of tasty ingredients that includes chilies, orange peel, honey, and ginger. For those who want another option, the Panda Express in Mumbai, India, for example, serves a vegetarian version of the popular dish that substitutes paneer, an Indian version of cottage cheese, for the pieces of boneless fried chicken. 25 years after it made its debut, orange chicken is still a customer favorite at Panda Express. Success breeds success.
Oh, I'm rich. I'm rich. Oh!
Fast food chains had been popular in America for decades when the Churns got into this highly competitive industry back in the 1970s. From McDonald's to Burger King and everything in between, there were plenty of places to get hamburgers and french fries. However, Chinese food was definitely not on any fast food chain's menus at the time. This all started to change in 1983 when the Churns opened their first Panda Express restaurant in California. Chinese American cuisine was a welcome alternative for many who were getting a little tired of the usual fast food fare. Because of this demand, Panda Express quickly became a hit. In the early 1990s, the Churns were concerned Japanese restaurants would threaten their business. In 1992, they decided to go head-to-head with the competition by opening their own Japanese restaurant chain. The chain was called Hibachi-san, and its purpose apparently wasn't so much to be successful, but to keep customers going to Panda Express.
I see what you did there. Good one.
This was a pretty shrewd move by the Churn family. Working hard to become your own competition is certainly one way to succeed in business, and it's also one of the untold truths why Panda Express is so successful.
Can we stop at Panda Express?
Thanks for sticking around. We've got more videos just for you, so stay right here and check one out.